Hello, Internet. Well, it's been about a year since since I came here and tried to improve my comic book collection. Delusions of grandeur? Perhaps. Um, I had a mistake in the last book that I did. I had a mistake. I had all kinds of ideas about what I was going to do to explain myself, but I'm not really interested in explaining myself. I'm over interested in explaining myself, and that's the problem. I just won't stop explaining. So, regardless, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to keep calm, carry on. Year later, my habits are cyclical. I'm interested in this again. More importantly, I'm interested in cameras and YouTube and sort of the art of all of this. So it goes way beyond just comics for me. Uh, so this was the last. This is sitting exactly how I left it. I haven't touched a comic book since this. It it completely extinguished the fire that I had for the hobby. Um, and I think that just you know it happened. So it is what it is. This was a little spur of the moment, so I don't really have a whole lot planned. So let's just get into some of the documents. I don't even know how this is organized, really. So this is the back of the book. Looks like before anything's done. This was from a friend of mine, and I destroyed his book. I had to replace it, so this really kind of ate me up. Big water stain down the bottom. You can see some of the creasing, denting, just schmutz. Tanning, discoloration, weak staples. Top right, had a bunch of somebody put a price sticker on it, and I used alcohol. I over treated it, like what I'll say what I'll say is that the area that had the sticker on it is now smooth, and it doesn't stick to when I got it, I had to cut it out of the bag because it had residue from somebody already trying to do a sticker removal. So I've always loved this book though. Like really, second appearance of Falcon. Yeah, this is second appearance of Falcon. The guy in the lower right always reminded me of M. Bison from Street Fighter 2. My Gen Xers will know about that Street Fighter 2. So, just dark staining, heavy water stain. weak staples, weak spine. This is after treatment, so this is before washing. I removed the cover of this book and washed it, and used a pencil to protect the holes. This was pre-wash. Okay, couple things. The books were shrinking after washing, like a small amount of retraction. Removing the cover, putting it in the washing machine, washing it, you know, when it would dry, the book would shrink. And at the time, a year ago, people were discussing that the CGC was marking washed books as restored, even though it's just water. I don't even know how they were able to tell that it was. I kind of fell out right before I just lost all interest. So, so it was a big deal to figure out how to get these things to stop shrinking. And Rick Morgan is a genius, and he makes all these products. And he made the AccuDryer as an attempt to stop shrinkage. So he's not the first man to attempt to stop shrinkage, I'm sure. Regardless, he used a vice. He created a vice to stop shrinkage. So I measured the book before the wash. It's about 13 3/4. Like, you know, that's a 30-second right there. So it looks like to me. These are random photos, like trying to get. I didn't set up this library or this album for this show. This was kind of spur of the moment. That's another reading from when I placed it. So I got this like late in the day. This arrived to me, and so I went ahead and put it in. Went ahead and used it. I did this at 8 o'clock at night, and put it in there, and you can see the the clamps. All right, so this was wet. Okay, this is what ended up happening. Yeah, I should have set this album up, but whatever. So the corner tore off the book, like completely. This completely ruined my morning. Like, I was excited to get down here and open the vise and check the measurement. And Rick even texted me that morning to see how it went, which is like super early for him. I mean, I get up at like 6. I think it was like 7 or 8 in the morning, and I sent him the photos, and he felt really bad. So I felt really bad too. This gave me such an imposter syndrome, like really bad. The craftsmen I had been watching on YouTube and stuff were just so amazing. Like, you watch Jerry the Jitterbug do his work, and it made me feel like a child, you know? So, but I don't know what I expected, you know? Like, I don't have 30 years of experience working with paper. So, you know, I did fast track through the mentoring of Immaculate Comics. So that was sort of my skipping, you know, was watching his channel and learning, which, you know, the age of communication we live in is just absolutely astounding. So the speed with which we can communicate is amazing. All right. So, corner's completely severed. That's another corner. Just ripped off the book. You know, the vice action didn't allow the book to shrink. And in doing so, it gave out at the corners. I guess those were the weakest spots, or the most ripping in another corner. Like every corner failed, and I didn't put the. I don't think I screwed the mounts too tightly. I don't know though. You can also see some discoloration where there's holes. It's a perforated board for airflow, and which is wonderful. Like the mounts or the clamps or whatever keep the book above the table, which lets airflow through. It's really cool. This is the one and only time I used a Mackie dryer, I think. This is some of the spotting, which I guess it's just dirt that didn't get out in the wash. I still have the book here. Maybe I can wash it again and see if that goes away. I will. I'm definitely gonna do that. This is worse. This split is worse, and the stain is better, but it's definitely not washed out like some of the other stains. It makes me wonder if this was a water stain. I don't know what else it could have been, but this split was definitely worse. It didn't shrink. Did it? What? It did not shrink. So I'm just realizing that it didn't shrink. That's wonderful. This is dry, wet. I think it's the same reading. If I can see with my eyeballs, which I think I can, you can see that split wasn't. See that split? I did do a peroxide treatment on this book, so I did peroxide and a light. Did the whole deal. Pre-wash. Okay, this was this was me placing it that night. This is a screenshot of so this was the replacement book that I bought to replace. It's a nicer copy, but it felt appropriate. I mean, I think I pressed this book and I took some before photos, but I didn't get any afters. I kind of ran out the door with it to return it. So that's what happened the last time I was on here. I guess I just blipped. I did a little blip. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to come over here. And this camera has the hardest time with its autofocus. see if we can work it out. I think the low light is bothering it. There it is. Well, this is boring, and I'm boring, but that's, I saw, I watched some of Rick's videos. I watched the slab breaking test, and that was cool. Like, the equipment was cool. Like, using a scissor lift to drop comic books is, you know, that's a baller move. So, but everything's fine. I think I want to press some books again, and I'll come on here and try to put some work together. I'm gonna make some edited videos, I guess. I just, I want something creative to do, so it'll be this again. I haven't submitted to CGC. I really tuned out. I was a big My Comic user, My Comic app, or I think that's what it is. And check the Hot 10. The virus market really boomed my interest. I've been collecting since 16, I think. But the after collecting from probably 90 to 93, and I got back into it in 15 or 16. Did the toys first. I like Star Wars toys. So, kind of watched the comic market closely during the virus market, because some of my books went bananas, and of course those have calmed down considerably, but that stuff really made me tune in. I mean, it did everybody. There was a fervor, but I wish I would have sold. I think I wish I would have sold at the height of the market. And then, my friend told me to sell. He's like, sell it today, and he was right. He was right about the market. I I would love to have a nicer AF-15. Like, I would totally have done that. And I used to have a Hulk 1 that was pretty nice. I would like to replace that, but I'm blessed. I have a great collection, and I still have them all. I haven't sold anything. I haven't sold any toys. So yeah, it is what it is. Here's a little walk around the studio. I've got, this is my desk. It's a mess. This is the workspace by the face camera. This is the face shot with the first 21, which I love, and the Imperial shuttle. I did an episode on that last year. So, and this is the money shot. So, I think with that being said, I'll call it a night. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But that's what happened to my channel. I just kind of fell out of love there, with a failure. And